Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lunatic Plays. I'm the lunatic who plays these games. This one, City Skylines. Oh yeah, we're here, we're back. And the next episode. So, in the last episode, we've built out our row-rise residential estates. We fixed up some of our roads. We've added all these little corner shops. Like this one, it's beautiful. Or this one here in the corner, just a lowly little shop supplying your daily needs. And we've expanded our town to this side here, make it more complete. So now that we've done that, today's episode, Harbour, we're gonna get that done. We're gonna finish the pier and then our town is complete, so we can get on to naming stuff. It's basically gonna be then done, I would say, and we'll have to think of the next steps. We'll see about maybe expanding our industrial demand. We'll see if we need anything. We probably will need to establish internet, because I see that the citizens are complaining all the time about lack of internet access. So we will think about that. But I think let's just finish the town so that it's like done, it's sorted. There's nothing to add more. Like the little seaside town we have going on will be complete. So I think let's just make a layout and see where that takes us. Let's go. Okie, we are here. We have made our harbor, and this is the done deal. This is what we've got, and I have to say, I am in love with it. I think maybe I need to still add like a couple of surfaces here because it looks just a little bit bare, and you know me, can't stand an empty space. But yeah, this is what we've done, like the kind of buildings alongside the far side of the pier. That was a late addition. That wasn't originally intended to be here, but I kind of like drew up the contour and I realized I was missing the buildings. So then I kind of pulled my little inspiration from, for example, if you want to go to Google Earth and have a look, there's this place in Ireland north of Dublin called Howth. It's on a peninsula connected to Dublin City, North Dublin City, and like very approximately, yeah, like there's a lot more going on there, but there's a harbor and it has like these little kind of like fishing industries related buildings. Obviously we don't have fishing industries here, but I knew I wanted to have the kind of like shipyard party spot. I really love it. I think it's so cool. And then we have like a little old Irish pub and another this is like a lobster house, I think. Yeah. And then we got another set of things here. This is like Riverside Diner, I think. And I think it's just so cool. I thought that it kind of fits in here quite well and adds just a little element to the harbor. I love obviously like the stonework on the kind of like harbor gates. This ship I added here because obviously there's no smaller ships, so I was just like, okay, it's like a prop cruise ship. It's just like docked here, and maybe like in my imagination it takes people down the river for like a cruise, whatever. And then we have a couple of more buildings here. So like we've got the parking lot for like the area, and then we've got our pub, the church inn, probably another one. I'm gonna be plopping more than one of those special buildings. Thankfully I have cheats and mods for that. And then we've got the heath and some just like mixed use buildings. I just don't want the heath to be like here on its own. I wanted to kind of like expand the building a little bit so that it's like part of something bigger. And here we've got the plaza, highly detailed. I added a lot of things, like all these like gazebos and planters and all that stuff I added myself. This fountain here as well, it's me plopping it in. Then here we have like a little stage area. Maybe they have like some music on the weekends. I added these little seats so people can watch the performances, and the little eat yard down here. So yeah, this is our harbor. I love it. This is another place I would gladly hang out on. I really love spending time by the water. I added these little like these little decks, I guess, just kind of like to substitute like a decking for like a yacht club or something like that. I imagine that you will have a bunch of them up in here. So yeah, this is what we've got. Then moving on, we've got a beach here. I love this little addition. Obviously, like I'll blend the lines down here later on when I'm decorating the cliffside. I still have like a couple of trees and land work to do. I still have to complete the pier, which I'm gonna do shortly. And then I added a little beach over here as well, just to kind of consolidate the water sourcing facility. So again, I added the stonework. It looks like this, and and this is the beach. It's like a smaller, more private kind of beach, but I love how like these little rocks kind of go into the sea. Yeah, so this is what we've got. Now we are just gonna add some finishing touches like this little area here, and a couple of trees over there, and the cliff over here. So let's get it done. Fixed. Here we are. A little editing magic, bada bim bada boom, and here we are. Our pier is now complete. Let's have a outside view on the whole thing. The farther we zoom out, the more pixelated it becomes, doesn't it? But whereas here we've been doing like the kind of like bench lounging areas, or a little Chinese takeout. Here we're coming in with something a little bit different, something a little bit more hot. So we're having an eatery and a playground for parents to have quality family time. We have an outdoors gym for all those gym jocks to have some fresh air while they're working out. We've got another little eatery over here. We got some stores, little cafes, convenience stores, what have you, maybe restaurants, and another little eat yard. I need to get rid of those bushes. And then we have like a little green space here under the bridge. And then that's how you enter the harbor. Here you've got your pub, you've got your riverside bar, and the harbor sort of opens up. So yeah, that's what we've done. Now I'm gonna add a couple more details, like the trees over here by this estate. Over here, I haven't filled that in, and the cliffside network, surface networks over here, and we'll be ready to move on. Not sure what's gonna be next, but let me think about it. Let's just do our little quick fixes. Bada bim bada boom, here we are. So the detailing is done. I added some rocks to the beach. This is what it looks like. And yeah, the next step, I think, because our town is done. So this is our first little town that we've built here. So now will be the time for further expansion. But before we do that, I think we need to name places. So first, I think we should select like our general like town area. And honestly, I still don't know what the name of the place is going to be. So if you don't like the name that whatever is going to get generated, let me know down below. I'm more than open to change it, but I still don't have any ideas. We might consult like a, I don't know, like a British town name generator. We might do that. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I think like this town is gonna be one area. Obviously there's gonna have to be areas within the town. Like I'm kind of trying to like keep the town area as a singular district. So like maybe like here it's one thing, and this is considered to be like this town, and then we'll name all the little individual neighborhoods their own thing. So Broad Gardens, I feel like that does not fit at all. Here, like this neighborhood needs to be separate. This neighborhood needs to be separate. Possibly this little corner here where we have like the disadvantaged place. It could be its own little thing as well. Okay. And then we have 3 estates here. So it's gonna go like this. Maybe we can move it. So there's like the upper part of the town and the lower part of the town. So maybe we can do it like this. Just so that we don't have districts too big. And then maybe the harbor can be its own thing as well. And we will consult a British town name generator. Oh crap. I think I just wound myself up into a corner. Oh, nice, okay. We're gonna do that again. So I think from here to here is gonna be its own little thing. I think this is perfect. Okay, so now let's get on to our British town name generator. Okay, so we've got Hythe, Broken Shield, Norbury, Pontybridge, Bulmar, Garrygill, Mornstead, Wellspring. See, what I used to do back in the day, because like when you have all these little neighborhoods, then you kind of end up with so many names that it would be hard to come up with individual ones. Okay, this is Maple Street. How about, okay, so and Maple Street, it keeps going. Okay, and oof, Maple Street, it never ends, doesn't it? Okay, so it's gonna be like the main thing. So I used to normally take like the names from Maple, and this is the key. So Maple Key. Okay, so we've got something. And this can be Maple Key lower or Key front. Amazing. Okay, so if this is Maple Key and this is our main street, then how about this is gonna be Maple Grove? Although I feel like this should be the name of the town. Maple Grove? Maple Grove? Maple Grove. You know what? I like it. Okay. The town's name is Maple Grove. Okay. Pinewood Crossing. Let's do the let's name it Maple Crossing. Let's make it thematic. Maple Crossing. Maple Grove, Maple Crossing. And then Maple Harbour. Maple Harbour. Amazing. Aspen Mills, that's fine. Palmer Way, that's fine. Brightwater Grove. I feel like we've already got a grove. So how about Brightwater Heights. Brightwater. Ooh, maybe we'll name it Brightwater. I mean, we are like on the waterfront, right? Brightwater Grove, Brightwater Heights. Let's take out the Grove. Brightwater. That's the name of the town. Brightwater. Brightwater and Brightwater Heights. And then this will be the Brightwater Crossing. Just to keep the thematic, and then Brightwater Harbour. Amazing. That's our town in that case. Briarwood Croft. Let's say Brightwater Croft. So we kind of have a more cohesive thematic for our town. Ivy Glade. That can be the disadvantaged area. Amazing. Coolridge Mills. That's fine. Birdsong Springs. Birdsong. I would say Heights. Birdsong's Heights. And Birdsong Meadows. Birdsong Lane. Birdsong Lane. Birdsong Heights. Birdsong Lane. Amazing. Yeah, cool. We've got names. Amazing. Again, if you feel like we should name it something else, suggest the suggestions down below. I am happy to change it. I'm more than happy. I'm very uncreative with this for some reason. Okay, just to align the street names. This is Foggy Street. Let's say this will be Ivy Street. Brightwater Croft. Summit Street. Let's name it Croft Street. Then, since this is no longer Maple, then this will be Brightwater Key. And Brightwater Key Front. Amazing. Let me copy this. Let's say Harbour. It's just part of the Harbour. That's what it's called. Okay. Brightwater Key. I wish I could separate the streets. Can I do it? Can I somehow break it apart? Well, it's fine. All the individual street names, like I'm not gonna go into too much details. Coleridge Mills. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not gonna go into that much details. Just main streets. And then we will name our national roads once we have a more developed highway network. All right, I think the next step would be to maybe expand our industrial site a little bit. I feel like we need to expand here just a bit. Maybe let's get these tiles just so we can have like a cohesive road network. And we have a lot of things here. Honestly, I would like to I'd like to provide a bus service. We might start thinking about a train network, perhaps. School-wise, colleges, yeah, not yet. Welfare office. At some stage, we'll have to introduce a welfare office. That's for sure. What else have we got? Oh yeah, I got all the like park stuff because that was like important. Yes, we need internet, telecom tower. Amazing. More network capacity for the city. Post. Yeah, I see that being in the industrial site. Amazing. Yeah. Happy days. Advanced water pumping station. Maybe not. Crematorium. I feel like we do need a crematorium. Let's just get it. A recycling center. Yes, actually that would be perfect over here. Like a small recycling center for like this area of town, because obviously like, we have the incineration plant, but we can have a separate recycling center here just for like a small time sorting of waste. Oh, right, like emergency shelter, fire watchtower. We'll do the emergency services at some stage. Maybe not just yet. Okay. Underground parking. Yeah, we don't need these roads just yet. Geothermal power plant. Yeah, not yet. Okay. Cool. So let's get building on our industrial site. Woo! And milestone 8, we're a big town now. We've got 1,200,000 Somalians, another 12 milestone steps. I think we can unlock everything at this stage. And 12 more tiles. So, yeah. Ka-ching ka-ching to us. I don't know where my kalimba is. Let's continue building. Oh, also UK City Apartments. Those who love high-rise living want a great overview over the city. Nice. We don't have any what is it? High density residential yet, although we have the demand. But that's okay. And here we are. Our industrial estate has been expanded. I added the recycling center here. I left myself some space to expand it. should the need arise, but for now I think we are fine. And a lot of like dirt decals, some trash, some containers, little trailers, stuff like that, just to make it seem a little bit more busy. I don't want to take it like too far like I did in my previous builds, because I feel like I've been spending hours just placing down boxes, and you know what, I'm not doing that again. Also, it's not realistic, because to be honest, like, this is something I can't get used to, and I'm trying to get used to. Like, yes, trash is real. Yes, trash exists in places, but there's also a lot of empty space in lots like this. I feel like I've been trying to fill up every little nook and cranny in an estate like that, and I don't think that's 100% realistic either. So I'm kind of like evolving past the other side, where I've like exaggerated, and now I'm coming back to like embrace the fact that some empty space can exist. So this is it. We also got a bus depot, and we are now facing a tremendous issue that we are losing money again. So I want to test something out. Namely, I'm going to put roadside parking fee into all areas of our town and see if that works. Hopefully. I mean, I really hope so. I feel like, and if I make it like really expensive, are you reducing? Is that going to high crime risk? We've got the police station though. They don't seem to be complaining about the taxi fees. Okay, cool. We're pulling a mulligan. We're making parking completely unaffordable. Great. All right. Amazing. Jesus, I am a terrible mayor. Don't elect me. Do yourself a favor and bring the guillotine out. It's okay. Look, as long as it works, I'm not complaining. Do you see me complaining? Of course not. Losing money again. Still losing money. How can we... How can we put ourselves... Damn it. Damn it. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna pause and we are going to create our bus network. So I think the first bus line that we need is to connect all the schools with the kind of outside estates. I think we really need to do that. So we're going to have a service running from somewhere here, the Brightwater Quay, maybe in front of the pub. I think that's a good kind of collection spot for all the people who live around these neighborhoods. Maybe one here, something like that. And then the service is going to go up to the school over here, the primary school, then the secondary school, and maybe down the quay and up again. So that's gonna be one service. Second service, I mean, to be honest, it's going to cover the whole town. So I think just like one way and the second way, and we're just gonna have these like two counterclock lines going. So let's get. Okay, here we are. So our bus network is done. We've got two lines, two bus lines. One goes clockwise from the Birdsong Lane here all the way around. Like, can we see it? Oh, what color is it gonna be? Bright water. I think it has to be like a shade of blue, maybe like a sky blue. Yes, that's a beautiful color. Perfect. So I want to be able to see it. Oh, okay, here they are. So we've got, we've got the one here. I decided not to go with the stop beside the pub. We've got another stop here. I think it's enough. I mean, like, both people from both estates can easily come to this bus stop here and here without a problem. So that's where the kind of like collecting of people happens. And then there's a stop by the cemetery, by the park. If any of like people want to go, I don't know, visit their loved ones who have passed or go hang out in the park, they can do that. Then another stop is here, close to the primary school. You just cross the street, you're there. Next stop kind of collects people from this estate down here, Palmer Way and Aspen Mills. And it goes down way to the high school, which is down here. And then around there's an extra stop on the Harbour, also can be used by the high school students. And then it goes along the quays where it stops 3 times, once at the Harbour, once midway here, and another time here at the beginning of the quays. And then it just goes back and does the loop. And the other way does exactly the same kind of stops. So it starts at Birdsong Lane, goes down to the quays. So there's an easy access to the commercial streets. Then goes all the way along the quays to the Harbour, stops here, goes to school, and then it goes up to Palmer Way, then up to the primary school, then to the church, and back again. All right, so I'm just gonna name those Birdsong. The first one is Birdsong loop, clockwise, just so I don't lose my track of them, and then Birdsong loop counterclockwise. All right, perfect. Let's have a look at those. First, Jesus, how do I pull up like the finances and stuff? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I think 4 vehicles with the ticket price of 10 simoleons. Perfect. And the other way. As well, how do I? Oh. 4 vehicles, 10 simoleons. So we have 4 buses going one way, 4 going the other way. Let's see how our service performs. And honestly, I would like to do a little a little first person camera perspective. Let's just let the game run. Where are the buses? Okay, here we are. So let's put the first person camera, and this is our drive-through experience. So I think we are starting with lane 2, okay? I'm gonna put it in a slightly faster pace. Maybe let's enjoy it. I really love seeing my town from this perspective, because I think like this is the perspective that really matters. Like, I think it's nice to have a super organized town, like when you look, and just that satisfies you when you're looking downwards on it. But I think like in practice, when you're designing town, it really matters the experience of it when you're actually walking down the streets or driving down the street. So I always try to build with that in mind, and I am so in love with it. So far, everything I'm seeing is just so cool. Oh, okay, this is the mirror. I was like, what is that? I wonder if they're ever gonna fix those ground textures that we see. All right, we enter our town. I set up a traffic light in here. Our first stop on the journey. Wow, I love it. The mixed-use buildings are just so cool. I really feel like I'm in one of those seaside towns. It's so incredible. There's a lot of demand for those buses, isn't there? Wow, I just love that. And this is the harbor that we've just built in this episode. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Oh, I think a house just upgraded. And here we have the school. Very busy. Loads of people parking around. Good, we're making those money. Should restrict parking here. You see, it's always good to go into this first person camera view, because you notice those things. Like the first thing I'm gonna do when I exit the view is I'm gonna restrict the parking over there. So it's always good to take a breather and really enjoy your creation. Oh, look at it. It's so beautiful. So magnificent, isn't it? I love it. We're going around. It's a bit of an awkward way that goes around the school. But I've definitely seen Dublin buses done worse things. So even though probably Dublin bus is not the best thing, I should be inspiring myself on. Okay. That retainer wall is really tall, isn't it? Everything looks much smaller when you're building it from that bird's eye view perspective. The pub. Then we've got our states here. Yeah, they look okay. I'm always concerned about the way that the fences look like when you're building at an angle. But this is very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Right, yeah, this one here, that looks a little bit awkward now, but sure, look, those things happen. We've got our supermarket. Oh no, that's a school. Right. Wow, lovely asset, isn't it? It looks so real. A little side park. I made sure I have a lot of these little corner places. Everywhere I basically had like an empty corner. I tried to include a little eat yard, a little corner with some benches or graffiti or whatever. I love it. It adds so much life to your city. Here we have the disadvantage area, okay. Right, nice. We've got our park and the church. Lots of people waiting. These look a little bit awkward, don't they? Okay, we'll fix it. I love that. Here's our clinic. Another little corner. Here is one of the estates that we've built, making a loop back now. Oh, it looks great, doesn't it? I love it. I think the wall really adds to the detailing of the place. I think that was a very good choice. With 76 passengers. Wow, that's loads. This is the estate. Here's the pub, the little corner shop. And here's the birdsong states. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh. Okay, so let's do some before and after shots before we come in to say some final words and make a plan for the next episode. And yeah, away we go. that was that. And here we are with a lovely shot of our little harbour, which is definitely the highlight of today's episode. Let's just have one final look. Isn't it gorgeous? I think it is. It's beautiful. Yes. And here is our industrial estate that we've built. So yeah, this is what we've done, and I have nothing else to add. In the next episode, I kind of want to get rid of that ghost town over there. So we might do that. We might just evict everyone. I think God is angry with them. When I say God, I mean myself. Yes, I am an egomaniac. Anyways, we are also going to probably relocate them because God is merciful. We're going to relocate them over here. We're going to build a number of low residential estates. I think that this is what we need the most. Also, I need that taxpayer money. So, yeah, we're going to get rid of them. We're going to leave the road layout. We're going to rehouse them over there and build some lovely sprawling housing estates. Probably still keeping with that British theme. Maybe. I don't know. I think so. Yes. Yeah, why not? I love it. I think that's gorgeous. So cool. Let's do that. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, like, subscribe, drop me a comment down below. Introduce yourself, let me know that you're watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.